one of the actors who's always working, and I love that about you. I know you've done theater. We both share the love for Shakespeare.
Oh, God,
It's
yeah.
fabulous. You're originally from Ottawa.
Yeah.
You started your career in theater.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
I grew up actually in Ottawa back in the, never mind, doesn't matter. But back in the 70s, when I was a kid, I got involved with this drama teacher who, her boyfriend came from England, and he started this program in Ottawa at CJOH called You Can't Do That on Television. And they were holding auditions, and it was going to be the first year. And if you're really old, you remember, like if when I said you can't do that on television, you were like, oh, that show, I remember that show, it means you're old. It means you're really old. Anyway, so I auditioned for the first round of the pilot, and I got to the second round, and then my grandmother died in Jamaica, and we had to go to the funeral. It was worth it.
That's a good trade-off.
It's
a good trade-off, right?
And my friends who were on the show making a good living. So when my dad said, you'll never make a living being an actor, I was like, dude,
They still say it to me.
Exactly, I know. And it's like, yeah, you can.
So like the love for Shakespeare, we're going to talk about, you do a lot of commercial stuff too. You've been one of my favorite movies of all time, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and you did Star Trek.
I've got stories about that.
Oh, we're going to get into that. But your love for Shakespeare, I mean, I know you were in Macbeth.
Yes.
Yeah, so tell me, like, where does that love from Shakespeare come from?
It started with my dad, because my dad kept saying, you should read Shakespeare. And I was like, Dad, go to heck. You don't know what you're talking about. But then when you start reading it, you realize just how amazing his perspective on humanity is and being a human. And the character of Othello is just so complex and complicated. And I loved it. And even, the Scottish play, Macbeth, the character was fascinating because it's just somebody who, he doesn't start off as being an ambitious, evil villain like a Christopher Marlowe character would. He starts off as a regular person who is met by three witches who they prevaricate. They tell him truths, but they're actually lies.
Okay.
Right? And I love that. It was so complex. And the ending of Macbeth is the best twist ending ever. The thing about Macbeth is every production I've ever done, something bad has happened.
During the production?
Every single production. So I never was into superstition, ever.
Okay.
And I'm still not, except with the play Macbeth.
Okay.
The very first time I did it, we were rehearsing the play, and it was a play that was in the round, and it had scaffolding, and there was a section of the scaffolding where all the ghosts would sit. While we were doing the play, and one day that section of scaffolding collapsed for no reason, even though it had been checked. Right? Okay. And we did a production at Stratford, and this really amazing actress, Campion, who was this older woman, she was playing one of the ghosts. She was standing on a ledge, and she's an older woman, right? She was in her 60s. All of a sudden, boom, so, as though somebody pushed her off the balcony. She fell, cracked her head open, which saved her life. Saved her life, because if her skull hadn't cracked open, the blood would have crushed her brain.
Got it.
But deadly accident happened on that production. The last time I did the Scottish play, Macbeth, 9/11.
On that day?
On that day, yeah.
Will you ever do that again?
I don't know. I love the play, but that's 3 times now, and I don't want to tempt fate. No.
Give me some dirt on your experience on How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days and my kind of hubby in another lifetime, Matthew McConaughey.
What are you talking about? What's so attractive about Matthew McConaughey?
I mean, he's got a beautiful Brazilian bombshell wife. Now, that could have been me if I met him in LA at that time.
It still could be. Don't worry about it. We can work that out for you. But I was very lucky to get in that movie. It was directed by Petrie, right?
Yeah, Donald Petrie. So Andrew's worked with one of my favorite directors of all time.
Yeah, he's a great. Donald, you were fantastic.
If you're watching, I want to work with you.
You have to watch. It was really, really great. And he was a great director, a real actor's director. And we worked with Matthew McConaughey. And I'm going to tell you stories out of school. Matthew's probably, if he sees this, he'll be like, come on, man, what the hell? There's a code. You're not supposed to talk about this stuff. But the first thing, and the thing that I'm like, I have to talk about is he was cut. He was fit.
Okay,
he was really fit for that movie. His abs were crazy.
Okay.
And the reason why his abs are crazy is because he was he was doing push-ups, doing sit-ups, constantly.
So before the scene?
If he had a moment before the scene, he would do a few sets of sit-ups and push-ups or pull-ups or whatever he could. Like if there was a bar or something, maybe he'd would do a pull-up or something. Constantly working out. Of course you do. Like that's how you look like that,
Right.
and that's natural. And of course you're gonna like if somebody paid me $20 million to show my abs, I'm gonna be doing sit-ups and push-ups and stuff. So later on, after the movie opens, he's being interviewed by Regis Philbin. And Regis is like, yo, Matthew McConaughey, so how do you get those abs? Those abs are crazy. How do you get those abs? Like, do you work out a lot? Do you do? What do you do? And Matthew, I swear to God, in the interview, he was like, oh man, I just, wake up, have a little, breakfast or something. That's it. I don't do anything. It's like, really, Matthew? You just don't work out at all? It's like, I don't know.
Okay.
Don't lie like that. Because men have body issues too. Men look at Matthew McConaughey and go, oh, I guess I'll never look like that. It's like, yeah, you do look like that if you like eat chicken and broccoli for months.
He supermodeled it. I can eat whatever I want.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I eat whatever I want.
I didn't wake up at 5 a.m. and work out before I came to Fat Dog's Visuals.
Please.
No, I've been I eat my mom's spanakopita and pizza. Listen, I'm all about I know you broke that bro code now or whatever it's called. Jersey Shore bro
the bro code. Yeah. Sorry, Matthew.
I'm sorry, but you're helping humanity. Yeah. Because I'm real with the viewers, the audience, and all the girls. Because look, just be real about it. You need to. Now, obviously, you didn't have access to his trailer, right? You didn't go knock on it.
His trailer was like it had AstroTurf around it. It was like, and there were flamingos. It was like he brought Florida to Toronto. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like little picket fence, little gate.
As I've heard some stuff about different trailers, and within the trailer direction I was taking, driving you to the food, because I wanted to know if you ever got a glimpse of what he ate, because obviously he's got a diet with that.
I know. Well, here's the thing with those stars: you never see them. You never see them at the table, dinner table. They're actors. You never see them eat others because all their food is so meticulously chosen. So he would go to his trailer, and it would be a secret. And so this is the thing, guys. If you want to look like Matthew McConaughey, if you want to look like all these starlets and models and stuff like that, there's a very specific regimen, and it's not actually rocket science.
Okay.
It's like low carb, or not no carb, but low carb, and just bits of meals all through the day, so you're not starving.
Okay.
And you work out 4 or 5 hours a day.
I want to take you right into the food because you're an actor, you're a working actor, your wife's always working. So tell me a little bit about your food regimen and then, at the end, what you love to cook.
It's funny because we sort of have to really plan, because we're so busy, we have to plan when we're going to be home.
Okay.
There have been times when I've driven from the set, driven home, made a meal for the kids, and then driven off to do a play later on in the evening, just to make sure they had a meal that was made for them.
Oh, good papa.
Yeah, it's hard. But partially it's prep, so you prepare a lot of meals ahead of time.
Okay.
And also just having some standby go-tos, because sometimes you have children have very specific tastes. Zora. Sometimes they become vegetarian, Ariana.
On the fly.
Exactly. On the fly, so what they eat is very specific, which is fine. You just have to plan for it. My wife, my poor wife, because I eat like an actor now, right?
Okay.
So I'm like low carb and this is poached chicken and broccoli.
And who makes that?
And I do now, but also too I mix it up, because what I do is I make certain foods, like I have some Jamaican foods that I make for my daughters, like rice and peas, and I'll make patties, and I'll make also these special dumplings. They're called Jamaican fried dumplings, and I love them, and I'll make them as a treat. If my daughters are good, they get the fried dumplings.
I've never on the show cooked anything like that, so I'm really excited because I've never actually tried a fried dumpling. I try to stay away from the deep fried. I'm on the same diet as you.
I know.
Pretty much, yeah.
And the thing is, so much Jamaican food is really tasty, but it's not necessarily healthy.
Okay, it's deep fried for the most part, or? Okay. Okay. This is a day off recipe.
Yeah, it's a day off recipe. Okay. Yeah, this is not like low carb diet at all.
So, this recipe is going to be done by a chef and myself who teaches audiences, so I'll have the coach. Yeah, the chef is my coach. Yeah, exactly. So I won't kill it, Andrew.
Exactly.
I won't kill it.
But this happened, it took me a while. My mom showed me the recipe, and I was just like, What? I'm just going to turn it up to high and cook it really fast. Like, no, then it gets.
You know, I
it's
feel
raw
like
on the
adding
inside.
on that, which I don't know if that would kill your recipe. I'd like to add some sesame seeds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
love
like to add?
toasted sesame seeds. Yeah, I do
Toast
that
sesame
a
seeds
lot,
on the
yeah.
outside, or even I love cornmeal actually too.
Okay,
So
okay,
I'll do that
okay,
sometimes.
okay.
My daughters don't like it, but whatever. Ariana, Zora, cornmeal. Try it. You might like it. So yeah, sometimes I'll add cornmeal into it, and it's nice.
Okay.
But then so you heat up the pan. And then you scoop out like a little dough, a little ball of dough,
okay.
and you can shape it. You can make squares. You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
And then you cook it. Just watch it. Don't walk away from it.
Okay.
And you just once it's nice and golden brown,
Okay.
you flip it over.
Okay, perfect. So the chef will be watching while I'm like
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
side of the kitchen.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
are making, after the commercial break, deep fried Jamaican dumplings.
Yeah.
Courtesy of Andrew Moody,
So
actor, director, producer. What else do you do?
And Dad.
And Papa.
And Papa.
Thank you so much for being on the show. It's been a
Thank
pleasure.
you. This is so wonderful. We've been neighbors for like so long. And
Yeah, I'll see you at home.
I'm so proud of you. Yeah. And see you at home. Yeah. I'm going to say something in Jamaican. I'm going to say, everything going to be all right.
Oh,
That was, a little Jamaican.
we need to hear that every day.
Yeah.
Welcome, Chef Serwin.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure.
It's really such a pleasure to learn from you, especially because I know you specialize in Caribbean, and today we are making Andrew Moody's Jamaican dumplings. Tell me about this.
Right. So this is dumpling call festival. But since we're going to be doing the dumpling,
Yep.
we decided to do some plantains, fried plantain, and some haki and saltfish.
Okay.
Just that we're going to substitute salmon for the saltfish.
Okay, so interesting to me because I've actually never made Jamaican dumplings.
Oh, there we are, So, I mean, we already knead the dough
Okay.
and let it sit to raise a bit.
Okay.
So we're just going to pop them into dumpling forms.
Okay.
Get
Okay.
right in there.
Yeah, I just want to ask before I put my hand in, but yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I like to smell everything.
Of course.
Wanna smell
So,
this?
I mean, we make them in different ways. I mean, and
Okay.
you can put a little twist on them.
Ah.
You know.
Αυτά είναι σαν τα ελληνικά κουλουράκια. So these remind me of like Greek cookies, the way you've made that twist. So I can do any shape I want.
Any shape you want,
Okay.
Any shape you want, we pop
Okay.
them in. So they come up nice and fluffy and,
Okay.
But I like, make it very long.
Make it long? Okay, let me work on that.
There we are. We can do very shape.
Is there?
Because a lot of Jamaicans, all they do is like this.
Yeah.
And at the festival, they'll just have them like that.
Oh,
But
I
since I
see.
like to be a little bit more fancy,
Okay. Can you give me a tip for making this?
Yeah, well, I mean, with this particular dumpling, it's one that we fry. We don't boil them.
Okay.
So they're called festival,
Okay.
and it's flour, cornmeal,
Yeah.
baking powder,
Okay.
and a little bit of sugar, and then just some water.
That's it.
That's it.
I have not had good luck making any kind of dough of any kind in my personal life, pizza dough and all that jazz.
Why?
So, well, that's a great question. I have not been able to nail the dough. That's my problem. That's
Oh.
why I was looking for a tip from you.
Right. So the secret with good dough is to let it rest. Don't just knead the dough and then make it right away. You
Right.
can, but the secret is if you let it just sit there and rise for a little bit.
Okay. I think
then
that's what I
it's,
was messing up.
It's easier to handle.
Put this here. We just make as many shapes as we
Right.
want
And
with the dough.
you can do them
Oh, nice. Okay.
any way you want.
And then these are not filled. These are just deep fried like this?
Yeah, just deep fried.
Okay.
But it goes well with as a breakfast item or any other item, brunch.
okay.
So that's why I decided to do some haki and smoked salmon.
Okay. Making Jamaican. Now, these are Jamaican.
Yeah,
Dumplings?
it's,
Okay.
And I mean, once you have a bite of them,
Yes?
then you're Jamaican.
Then
There
you're
you are.
Jamaican. Okay.
Yeah. So once we have these guys done,
Okay.
we'll just head over to the fryer and fry them up.
What do you think of my shapes, Chef?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love
Okay.
that.
It's all the training from the Greek cookies.
Yeah. And that's all it is, right?
Yeah.
You know.
It's just learning, right?
Like, look at that.
Oh, that's you've outshined me there, chef. That was a good one. Let's see if I can get one here for you. Nice for the camera.
There you are.
Okay.
Look
Okay, kind of lollipop-ish. Okay. A couple more and we're good.
Yeah.
So we're deep frying these. How long do you actually drop these in for?
Well, you want to make sure that your oil is medium, not on a high temperature.
Okay.
You know, so that the inside of it cooked and the outside is not just burned and all that. You know, it'll take a good.
Caught me with the burn.
Yeah. So within
Take a good few minutes?
within 5 minutes it should be done.
Okay, because I was trying to think of like, if I want to surprise somebody on a Sunday morning, this could potentially be quick.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's this whole thing. You know, getting your ingredients all ready.
Yeah.
And you put it in the pan, and a few minutes. You know.
Can I take the last one?
Of course.
Okay. Let's see.
There
Okay.
we go.
There we go. Okay, off to the fryer we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so have we heated that oil, chef?
Yes.
Okay.
So we have it on medium heat, and you don't just drop them and let them go all the way to the bottom.
I was just gonna ask that. Just toss them in. No,
Yeah.
we don't do that.
You kind of
Okay.
wait for them to kind of like get a little buoyancy, and then they can start floating a little bit. So there you go. And you don't want to add too many at one point.
Okay.
You know, just a few at a time, and
Okay.
get them to go.
But we can have that all at the pot, in the pot, right? Or is that too many?
That's too many.
Oh,
I'll
that's
do
too
them
many.
in
Okay,
like
perfect.
2 different batches, just to make sure that they have enough room.
Chef, is that the color that we want?
Yeah, well, apart from the color, you want to make sure that they're cooked as well, right? You know,
Forgot about that.
but having them being nice golden brown, that's a nice color. See?
Okay.
So, and we're able to make sure that they're cooked, as you can see. So that's wonderful.
And they've really exploded too.
Well, yeah,
Is that
because
because of baking powder?
right. So we put a bit of baking powder in there
I've
as
got
well.
the baking background, so I'm catching up to
Right.
you.
So there you go. I like him nice and fluffy. You know,
Yeah.
not too dense.
I agree.
So, yeah, but look at that.
Beauties. Then do you add anything on top of this?
No, we're gonna serve them with the haki and.
Okay, so you don't add sugar.
No, no. Yeah, so we start off with a bit of onion, and as you can see, our pan very hot. Next we had peppers, and it's just as you can see, colors. Your food should be bright and magnificent. As you can see, 2 shakes of a lamb legs, and you're good to go. So look at that. Now we had our haki, and this is smoked salmon. Usually they do codfish, but today we're just gonna use a bit of smoked salmon. Yeah, so I couldn't have Andrew just have some dumplings, you know. I gotta make him into a nice breakfast, Jamaican breakfast.
Well, Andrew, we hope you like this and you're watching at home with your family. Andrew and I are neighbors, actually. So if you make this, I can smell it next door, Andrew. Oh my God, jalapeno.
Yeah, these are called Scotch bonnet, so they're your nice pepper.
Okay, so we have our peppers, if you can take it, our Jamaican dumplings, our deep fried banana plantains, which is our grown-up bananas.
Yeah, there we are.
Fresh onion. We didn't discuss this bread at all.
Yeah, that's a hard dough cornbread.
Okay.
And since we have in a little trick, because there's fish in it, so as a garnish, if we cut our lemon, lemon, half, and then start from one side, flip it over, start on the next side.
Okay. Fancy stuff.
Not fancy, but there you are.
Fancy
Look at
for us in the sous department, sous chef.
Look at that.
Thank you so much, Andrew, for this recipe. Chef Serwin, you
My
really
pleasure.
have outdone yourself today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for this beautiful Jamaican breakfast Caribbean meal.
Thank you.
Until our next episode, let's all eat like Star Foodies. What do you think?
Of course.
Okay, let's get started right now.
Yeah, dig in.
Dig in. Ciao, bye. Downward dog, and they're like, and then
That's awesome.
my life really could very easily be a reality show.
I'm sure.